these are the reasons why you're not growing as a musician. In this video today, I'm going to be telling you guys what you're doing that is hindering your own growth as a musician, and then through my own experiences, as well as my own trials and errors, I'm going to be explaining to you guys what you could do to fix your problems and your missteps along the way, and that in turn should set you up for success and put you in an upward trajectory and continue to grow here in 2025 and beyond. So in case you guys are unfamiliar with who I am and what I do, my name is Xander Raymond Charles, okay? I have 3 jobs in the music industry, essentially. I am a solo artist, I am a hired gun, and I am a professional full-time YouTuber. So these 3 main jobs and professions keep me going in the music industry as well as the content industry. And I want to start out this video by saying this first bullet point right here, right now, and that is, you are not growing as a musician because you are not viewing yourself as a musician, for one, as well as a business. The way the world works here in 2025, you no longer really can just be an artist and that's it. You can't just be a musician and you can't just be good at your craft. Like, I'm a guitar player and I would love to just write riffs all day and not have to worry about marketing myself online. And I think that is the number one misstep that people fail to grasp here in 2025. Ever since platforms like Instagram and a little bit more recently TikTok over the last 5 to 10 years and even more so, once those platforms and those social media accounts and apps have really just started to flourish in everyday society, musicians are still lacking the concept and not grasping the concept of you have to view yourself as your own business and your own entity, and you have to be really, really good at not only your craft, but also marketing your craft and being a business and an entity yourself. So you yourself are a musician, and then you yourself are also a business, and you have to market said business through your craft. And this video was inspired right here by this one comment that was on a recent video that I did talking about the current state of my niche, the guitar YouTube community. And the comment reads like this: yeah, this is all well and good, but what if you don't have 5,000 followers? What if you struggle to break even 15 likes on IG? How do I get past the mental block of, quote, I want to be a musician, not an attention-seeking wannabe influencer type? Love the channel and been watching a long time. Thanks and God bless. And now, with all respect to Planet of the Amps 3748, that right there I think is where a lot of musicians fall short. It's the wrong mentality. Think of it this way. Let's just be very bare bones about it. You make music, you make content, you're a musician, you have something to offer to the world. I think we all have something to offer to the world, but I don't want to put the time and the effort to be seen by the world, and now I'm upset and confused why nobody is seeing me. You see what I'm saying? I want to be seen, I don't want to put the effort in because it feels weird and I don't want to be an attention-seeking wannabe, all at the same time confused about why I'm not getting the attention that I want. Right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So you have to do the work to grab people's attention and bring people into your art, to your music, to your content, etc. So you have to want to be an attention seeker influencer type if you want to be seen by people. That's just how that works. Nobody's going to see you if they don't know about you. So you have to let people know about you. Here's another comment. Back when I was in a band, I used to say that the band itself shouldn't be treated as the business. Periphery at the time had the band business model of the future, in my opinion. Use the band to promote goods and services provided by band members. I think YouTube musicianship is heading in the same way. Well, I appreciate that comment, sir, and I feel as though that has been the way of the music industry well over 8, 9, 10 years, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion, I think this is the wrong mentality. You have to view your band as literally a business, or you have to view yourself, the artist, the influencer, the content creator, the person, the man or woman, as the business. You are your own business. So everything is very calculated and methodical in how you're planning on going from point A to point B. But if you don't want to view yourself as a business and you don't want to put the time and the effort in to market said business, you're not going to get attention, you're not going to get the clicks and the likes and the followers, and then inevitably you're not going to get the money needed to make your passion a job, because I think that's what we all want to do, right? Who wouldn't want to play guitar or make music for a living? So far in this video, we're talking about 2 things, right? Your craft as well as marketing your craft, right? So I want you guys to do this. This is an exercise that one of my mentors made me do way back in the day. And it's really stuck with me, and I want to relay it to you guys, okay? And that is, I want you guys to write down your strengths as well as your branding. Meaning, what are you good at as it pertains to your craft? Any sort of musicianship, drums, bass, guitar, violin, flute, whatever. Like, what are you good at? And specifically, like the little nuances of your craft, which I'll tell you guys mine here in a second, so just stay with me. And then your branding, like when people think of you as the artist, as the musician, what comes to mind, okay? So I did this myself. This is what I came up with. Here's my list of skills and my branding, okay? My skill set: creative riffs, improvising riffs, pinch harmonics, mixing, and music theory. Those are the things that I think I bring to the table with all of this. And my branding: when people think of me, XRC, what do they think of? Baritone guitars. My aesthetic, that is my tattoos, and I am in decent shape. Bubblegum, I play bubblegum and blow it all the time on my content as well on stage. My stage presence, I like to think I put on a good show. Hollow flash, I hollow flash all of my favorite guitars, and quality content. And quality content could be in the skill set as well. But that's my strengths, and that's what I'm known for. I have a boatload of weaknesses, and I have a boatload of things that my brand is not affiliated with. But that's okay. I'm objectively me, unapologetically me. That's just who I am. I want you guys to do that very thing for yourself. What are you good at? I'll stick with guitar right now. Are you good at shredding? Are you good at sweep picking? Are you good at down picking? Are you good at improvising leads? Like, what are you good at with the guitar? And branding, what are you known for? And if you're not really necessarily known for anything yet, that's totally fine. What do you want to be known for? So we've established like your skill set and your brand, what you're good at and what you want to be known for, right? So now we got to figure out, how do we get people to know about you with this skill set and this branding? And again, just to be very clear, I think we have to wear two hats at the same time. We got to be really good at marketing and social media content, as well as we got to be really good at our craft, and we have to work at them simultaneously. As soon as our craft and our skills go up, guess what? Now our quality of content has to go up, okay? So I came up with a list of potentially why you're not growing, and I want to spend some time on each of these bullet points, okay? This is why you're not growing. You write boring songs. I teach a lot of people privately on, it used to be called Skype, now it's called Teams, Microsoft Teams, and a lot of times players, guitar players, speaking on my niche and my demographic, they're really, really good and really, really technical, but the song itself isn't that good. At least subjectively, it's not that good. And this is kind of like a common trope that a lot of guitar players specifically do, is like they overcomplicate songs, and like they're really technical and real shreddy and really complex with like weird time signatures and like really dissonant, eerie sounding chords. But like, does that translate to a mass audience? Do a lot of people want to hear that style of music? So if you're writing songs, if you're in a band, if you're an artist, whatever, like if you're not writing catchy, awesome songs to a mass audience, then they're not going to get popular, and therefore you're not going to get popular, and then you're not going to altogether grow as a musician. So the only advice I could really give to you guys, that I also give to myself on a daily basis, is whenever I come up with a song, whether it's a collab, a ghostwrite, or whatever, like any sort of endeavor that I come up with, I always try to tell myself, like, is this going to be catchy? Is this going to be easily digestible by a mass audience? And now I know it's kind of taboo to say, like, I want to write something commercially popular, right? I understand where that feeling of like, I don't necessarily want to write a pop song. I understand where that comes from, but we're talking about growing as a musician, and the more eyes and ears you get on your song and your craft, the more popular you're going to be and the faster you're going to grow. So it's like, if you don't want to write something that's going to be deemed popular and easily digestible by a mass audience, that's okay, but you just won't grow. So like, take that into consideration. Another reason why you're not growing: lack of quality content. I want you guys, again, to be very honest and objective with yourself. Look at your content and then look at somebody you look up to. A/B them. 99.9% of the time, the person you're looking up to has amazing quality content versus yours. And this is what I've had to learn along the way. Like, I started with one camera and a hope and a dream, hoping to do this professionally, right? And you got to be objective with yourself. You got to make quality content, and most of the time, artists who struggle don't have quality content. And the main thing I could give you guys in terms of advice is great lighting and great audio. Right now, I'm making this video, I have 3 lights, 1, 2, 3, running at the same time, as well as I have just some ambient backlights that you can't really necessarily see, but they're back there. There you go. Just little accents of lighting. I'm also using a DSLR camera. I'm not just using like my phone. I mean, phones are amazing nowadays, but like I still think DSLRs are better quality. Not to mention I'm using an SM7B to capture the audio, and then we haven't even began to talk about like actual music. Anytime I release anything of mine, whether that's an original song or like a snippet of a song or like a YouTube short or an Instagram reel or a TikTok, I mix and master that stuff all by myself. And I've dialed in my craft to where the mix of my arrangement of my piece of music is really, really good in my opinion, and it is quality because I put the time and the effort in to mixing it and learning my craft of mixing, which is why I put mixing in one of my skill sets. That's just something that I became good at over time. Enough talking about all the things that I'm good at and the things I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. I'm just letting you guys know that like when creating content, you have to be honest with yourself. Is the lighting good? Is the angle good? Is it like aesthetically pleasing? Is there like stuff in the background? Like is your washer and dryer in the background? Are there clothes, thrown all over the place? Are there cords all over the place? This stuff matters, man. And it sucks because it really shouldn't, right? But you got to be honest, man. Like the aesthetic of your content has to be dialed in so much. I mean, there's two types of like shorts that I'm known for. One, having my shirt off and then having this background with good down lighting so it looks like I'm on the Olympia stage. And then I've done this new thing where it's like a side angle facing that way and there's a red light. And it kind of just has like this kind of ambient and like haunting aesthetic, like with just one light, down light on me where it creates a lot of shadows. Those are very specific and dialed in styles of content that I've worked on and really tried to perfect over years and years and years. And even still, sometimes those videos and those pieces of content still don't do well in terms of numbers, but I've worked at that type of content for years and really dialed it in. I mean, let's take one of my biggest peers. Look at Ola England. Look at his content. Look at his YouTube studio, his setup. It's amazing. The guitars are hanging in the background. Got all those beautiful lights, carpet. Like he's got like some sort of like, if it's like a gimbal or something like that, but it like automatically tracks where he is in the room. Sometimes he has a 360 cam. Like it's just amazing content. It's unbelievable, right? Ola's an amazing guitar player, but he's also an amazing content creator as well. Take another content creator like Sophie Burrell. Her aesthetic is so awesome. It's like so on brand with her, and she's dialed that in. There's another female drummer. I forget her name, but she's very, very popular and plays a bunch of drum covers. I'll try to find her for this video, but like her aesthetic in her videos is perfect, man. Amazing lighting, good quality camera. It's perfect. So if you make quality content, you'll have a better chance of being seen by a lot of people, okay? Now, one bullet point about quality content has to deal with like your physical appearance on camera, okay? This is a very vain bullet point, but it also is backed by just thousands, if not millions of years of evidence, okay? And that is, if you take care of yourself, it's more attractive visually compared to somebody who doesn't. That is just a matter of fact, and that is just human behavior. There's a reason why Instagram models have millions of followers solely because they're attractive. It's just they're attractive and then they have followers. Like it is what it is, man. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out there and become a male or female model, but if you take care of yourself, if you have respect for yourself, if you respect your appearance and respect how you look and how you present yourself, that is more appealing and more attractive. Again, solely based off of facts and human nature and human traits and characteristics and social patterns and norms and beliefs, okay? I do my very best to take care of myself. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't drink Pepsi, I don't eat dessert. I try my very best to watch my weight and watch what I put into my body, and all I really drink is water, you know what I mean? And I work out every single day. That is very vain, and that is very like on the nose. I understand, I hear you. Not everybody has to live how I choose to live. However, having the conscious thought of I'm going to put myself in front of the world every single day on the internet, I want to try to look as good as possible. And for better or for worse, a lot of times my unique aesthetic has worked for me, which again is a part of my brand. I like to take care of myself and I like to be presentable on camera. Again, that does not necessarily mean you have to go out there and become a model. So if you're twisting my words, I'm on to you. But make sure your shirt's not wrinkled. Make sure it doesn't have a stain on it. Make sure, I don't know, like if you have like a specific hairstyle, like if you like your hair long and braided, if you like it crimped, if you like a ponytail, if you like it spiked up with frosted tips, if you like whatever you like, just make sure you have a good haircut. That is just a very vain bullet point, but I just want to bring that up. Just take care of your appearance. Your physical appearance does matter, and it does equate to, unfortunately, more people interacting with you solely by human nature. Here's another thing that I think people really fall short, and this is why you're not growing, and that is not being consistent with your content. Just because you put out 100 videos does not mean that the world owes you a career. Just because you put out 10,000 videos doesn't mean the world owes you a career in the music industry. And what I'm getting at is like, just because you put out a couple videos and they didn't perform well and you didn't like blow up or anything like that, so what? You have to consistently just attack all of these social media platforms, as well as attack your own creative brain and just constantly come up with something new almost every single day. I try to post a short, a TikTok, a reel, a full-length YouTube video, an original song on all the streaming service platforms. I try very, very hard, almost on a daily basis, to come up with something just one little step further than I was yesterday by just creating something new. Don't just post a few videos and then give up. Don't post 10 videos in one day and then have a dry spell for 6 months. Just attack the algorithm every single day and just one by one gaining a subscriber here, a subscriber there, a fan here, a follower there, every single day. I told this story relatively recently in a video, but I did not gain any traction for like 2 years, in my opinion, in this endeavor, in this journey on social media and playing guitar. In the first year, I gained 300 followers or 300 subscribers on YouTube. And then the second year, it was like maybe 4,000. And then the third year was maybe like 15, 16, 17,000, something like that. But in that time span, I had made collectively on all my platforms probably like 2,000 pieces of content in about 2.5, 3 years. And I still didn't really feel like I got anywhere. But the world didn't owe me anything. I just had to keep going and keep attacking day after day after day. So please just try to create something every single day. I know it's hard. I know it's busy. I know we have other obligations in life, but I don't have more than 24 hours in a day. You don't have more than 24 hours in the day. Justin Bieber, or I don't know, who's the most famous celebrity right now? He or she, Rihanna, I don't know. I'm out of pop culture references right now. But they don't have more than 24 hours a day. So you just got to find the time and make the time. Just post consistently and don't just expect it to just blow up, okay? And then the last reason why you're not getting anywhere and growing as a musician is you're not promoting yourself enough. And that is kind of coinciding with posting consistently, but it's a little bit different. I want you guys to pay attention. Anytime I make a video, what do I always ask you guys to do? Follow me on the streaming service platforms. You know, just support my music, support what I'm doing. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I bring that up every single time. And I hope a lot of you guys take that in consideration and do consider helping me out. But, you know, you don't have to, but I'm constantly promoting myself. I'm always talking about the next tour with Elijah that I'm doing, the next collab that I'm doing, you know, the next endeavor that I'm working on, my next new signature guitar that I've got coming out with Cerberus, or my next gear endorsement, things like that. And it feels weird to do that. I'm going to be fully transparent. That is not in my nature to be very like self-indulgent and like bombastic and arrogant and, you know, however you want to describe it. I don't naturally like to talk about myself, but the alternative of not talking about myself is not getting where I want to go in this journey. So I will always choose to bite the bullet and have that awkward interaction of, hey, be sure to subscribe to the channel or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's forever awkward. I don't like doing it, but I love growing and I love getting myself out there to the public. There's an old Ola video. Again, I love Ola England. You guys can probably figure that out. Where he describes himself as like a computer virus. He's not going anywhere. He's always in everybody's face. I heard that years ago and I took it and I ran with it. Like, I myself am in everybody's face as best as I can and as organically as I can without being, too arrogant. but I'm constantly promoting what I'm doing. I say it in every single video, every single post, every single whatever I'm doing. I let people know what I'm up to, and I'm promoting myself. So going back to like the attention-seeking wannabe, as Wall of Amps, Planet of the Amps 3478, I believe it was, said, like, I don't want to be attention seeker wannabe, but you have to be in order to market yourself. Unless you hire a marketing team, which will cost you tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even six figures, you gotta be just an attention seeking wannabe, because the alternative is you don't do that and then nobody sees you. Okay, so you have to be okay with the uncomfortable feeling of promoting yourself and talking about yourself. So everybody, that is how you can grow as a musician while you're not growing. And this is how, through my own experiences that I'm still working on to this very day, how you can get from point A to point B, and you can slowly but surely send yourself in the right direction and the right trajectory in the music business, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Hope this video helped. And any and every sort of bullet point that I'll say in this video, I follow and hold myself to the same standards, okay? We're all in this together. We're all doing our very best. And I just want to let you guys know that, like, anything I've said, yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out along the way, okay? All right, everybody, with that being said, I love you guys so much. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Spotify, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Later.